As somebody who's only sold a handful of backpacks, I'm not an expert in this area. However, I did do some research and look around, and I did find some backpacks that are actually pretty good bolos. So first we have Rudis, or Rudis, Rudis. The sell-through rate is about 200%. Keep in mind this is a fairly small sample size. We're looking at 6 active and 12 sold. It has a fairly recognizable logo. It's got like the honeycomb look and then Rudis and that strange font. And they do sell for some decent money. Let's take a look. $65 for a used backpack. You can see the camo ones tend to do pretty well. $115 for this guy, the Genesis IE. The thing about backpacks is they tend to hold their value pretty well, especially if they are backpacking type backpacks, outdoorsy backpacks, or if they have any kind of a military thing going for them. They tend to do really well. So the next BOLO I would say is Pakt, P-A-K-T. The sell-through rate is 120%. Again, it's a fairly small sample size. Only 12 sold with 10 active. Still worth looking at though, because we have $150 brand new, $50 pre-owned, and this is a pretty basic looking bag. I mean, this thing is just a basic backpack. P-A-K-T with a period. Pakt, I mean, $50 for a pre-owned backpack. And here's a brand you're actually going to understand, 511 Tactical. You should know this from men's clothing. Their backpacks are pretty darn good. We're looking at 116-ish% sell-through rate. And this is a pretty big sample size as far as backpacks go. 139 active and 162 sold. That's respectable. So the shoulder sling, $85 for a new other, or $55 for a pre-owned rapid quad zip. Let's look at this. So if you see a backpack that looks anything like this with that obvious 511 logo, even if it has a couple scratches, go ahead and grab it. That's the cool thing about backpacks is the condition matters, but not nearly as much as clothing. If it's got some cosmetic issues, a couple of marks or maybe a paint stain or something, it's still usable. But if it has zippers that don't work or big rips, you might want to reconsider. But you know, we're talking about $55 for a used item here, so I would definitely be on the lookout for backpacks. 511's good, Pakt, P-A-K-T, and Rudis. Those are the first ones we've looked at. Tortuga is next with 109% sell-through rate. These are really good. These sell for a lot of money, and they're really sought after. The sell-through rate is just barely 109%, but look at these things. They've got the little turtle shell for the logo. If you see that on a backpack, it's pretty understated, but a Tortuga backpack is going to bring you a good amount of money, way more than your standard men's shirt or men's jeans for your basic stuff. So look for Tortuga for sure. Next is Orbit Gear. Very small sample size, only 1 or 2. But the $130. Let's take a look at this thing. And either these aren't well known or they're just not that popular, or I don't know, but only 1 or 2 on eBay. But for $100, $130 for good used condition for an Orbit. I'm not seeing a logo unless this is the logo. Again, I'm not seeing a logo like this. A circle with another circle inside of it. Orbit Gear. Even though it's a small sample size, just know it. If you find one, look it up and double check. Like I said at the very beginning of this video, this is not my area of expertise. I've only sold a handful of these things, so I'm learning as you are. Then we have Bilford, B-U-I-L-F-O-R-D. Again, it is a very small sample size. Only 1 or 2. This one's a waxed canvas and leather. If you see anything waxed canvas, look it up. Jacket, backpack, rucksack, duffel bag. Anything that's waxed canvas, it's a big deal right now. So be on the lookout for this, B-U-I-L-F-O-R-D. I guess it's a rare item or unpopular or just really vintage, I don't know. Just know that look for that. And then there's Pins and Aces. This is the last one that's a very small sample size. It's a golf backpack. 1 active, 1 sold. Or, yeah, that's it. But look at this thing. Pins and Aces. Looks like a basic laptop backpack to me. It's got the ace right there with the little golf flag. So it looks like an ace with a golf pin right in the middle, the little flag. Now we're getting into some bigger numbers. 84% sell-through rate, 24 active, 21 sold. Steves backpack. And these are a little more common. $60 pre-owned. $65 pre-owned. It looks just like a regular backpack, but it looks like they all have the split on the main front pouch. I think that's going to be one of the tells that allows you to understand that that is a Rick Steves. And there's a logo right there, the script cursive. It's a European deal, obviously. $65 for a used backpack. I'll grab one of those all day long. ULA equipment or ULA equipment, 80%. Small sample size, 5 active, 4 sold. I'm still picking it up if I find it for $61. You better believe it. This has got the travel backpack look, like the backpacking look, where you can shove stuff in there and it'll hold it. 150 pre-owned, 199. This is some. If you see one of these, this is a keeper. Grab this sucker. ULA equipment. It's a little too close. It's got the mountain in the background, all caps. Handcrafted in the USA. Good stuff. Pick up ULA equipment bags if you find them. Then we have Able Carry backpack. 78% sell-through with 47 active and 37 sold. These look really utilitarian, kind of boring. If you see a really boring backpack, look at it close. $400 brand new. 200 pre-owned. Okay, come on now. What is in these things? Cocaine? Are they stuffed with cocaine or gold coins or something? Tar heroin? $200 if you find this basic utilitarian backpack. Where's the Able Carry logo? Really? That's it? Ooh, this is made of Cordura. Cordura fabric is kind of a desirable fabric if you find it in jeans or backpacks. Again, this doesn't have a good logo. Just Able Carry. That's all I can say. Look for Able Carry. Topo Designs. You should know about these guys. Men's clothing. This stuff is great. Topo Designs. Their hoodies are awesome. Their sweatshirts are great. Their bags are 75% sell-through. And this is a huge sample size. 332 active and 252 sold. And you should know this logo by now. If you don't, here's what it looks like. Looks like a folded map. Topo Designs. Great brand. Great bags. You got to give these people props for wearing gloves in the shot. I haven't seen that yet. That's great. All right. So for those of us who cringe at fingernails, you got to give a round of applause to Fravic-7427. Come on, let's hear it. Way to cover up those ganglion fingernails. Okay, Cotopaxi is next. This is a brand you should know from REI. They sell flannel shirts, pants. It's your basic outdoorsy brand. 75% sell-through. There's a lot of it out there. Cotopaxi does really good. Not as much money, but still about $50, 50 to 60 new. A lot of new stuff here. $35 pre-owned. Some smaller little sackies. Let's get a good close-up. It's got like the llama head for the Cotopaxi logo. Look for this. You'll get between 30 and 40, $45. Now these, if I remember right, these are worth money. These Wandered, W-A-N-D-R-D, Wandered. Yeah, not bad. $100 pre-owned for a Wandered Duo 20-liter day pack / camera bag. A lot of these multifunctional ones are the ones that do really good. And we do have a logo. Look at that logo, kids. If you see that, you could be in for a pretty good sale a little bit later down the line. 72% sell through, 58 active, 42 sold. And the train keeps rolling. That's Wandered. And then we have Peak Design, another high-end one. 61% sell through, 100 active, 61 sold. $194 pre-owned. Okay. You're going to get me to look at this one for sure. Almost 200 bucks for a pre-owned item. I'm in this all day long if I see this. It looks like it's got a camera situation. Camera bag. There it is. Thank you, Maushan, for the good close-up of the logo. Peak design. This is a BOLO. All of these are BOLO so far. Next we have Minal. M-I-N-A-A-L. Minal or Minale. I don't know. I didn't come up with it. So 159 bucks for a pre-owned bag. This is pretty good. It has 16 active, 9 sold. It's a smaller niche, which tells me it's either not being looked for or it's just not that common. But I have found in my experience as a reseller that when you think something is rare, it's not rare. You just don't know about it. People don't know about it. So that's the logo. Not sure what that is. It looks like a cat head or a half of a hexagon or whatever that shape is. Just look for that. If you find it, it's Minale, and it's worth good money. So that's a pickup. Then we have your buddy REI. You should know about REI. They're not going to be worth as much money, but 53% sell-through rate isn't too bad in this category. You should know REI. I mean, you know, REI with the tree. Any REI backpack you find, I would look it up first. Get down into the actual model number and stuff and check it out because it could be great. But you're not going to get too much for it. But if you get it cheap, could be a good flip. Nomadic, N-O-M-A-T-I-C. This is another higher end brand for most of this stuff. I mean, it's a 53% sell-through, so it's not incredible, but still. So it's a camera bag, it looks like, and we're looking at 132 bucks for a pre-owned, 118. Let's get a close-up of this one. So it looks like camera bags is a whole nother category / niche. That logo is going to get you money pretty quickly. If it's in really good condition, because a lot of these will be scratched up if you find a nice one, well, there you go. Then we have Eagle Creek backpack. This is a 50% sell-through rate, so it could take 6 months to sell. But still, you know, if you find one, might be worth it. 44 bucks, 100 bucks. Many of these are new. Here's a $40 pre-owned. Might have gotten more, but it was a bid. Here's a 76 bucker pre-owned. It's called a load hauler. There's the logo, Eagle Creek. If you find an Eagle Creek, look it up. They might not all be good because now we're into the 50% sell-through rate brand-wide. When you get into the 50s and the 40s, look it up. Don't discount it and don't just instantly grab it. I say right around 50 to 40%, I start looking up model numbers to be sure before I grab stuff. Evergoods, these are worth good money. Again, 169 bucks pre-owned for an Evergoods, 48% sell-through rate. So let's just call it 50%, just to kind of keep it round. Looks like high quality, no logo. Well, there it is. You can't see it very good, but it's got a square with a slash through it, and it says Evergoods in all caps. So we're getting to the end here, but I'd say Evergood is a grab. Chrome Industries with a 47% sell-through rate. The new stuff is crazy, pretty good. 75 bucks for a new other. That's a pretty good logo though. So if you see that on a backpack or a bag, it's worth looking up. Check out the model number and see how it does. Then we have Sprayground backpack. This one is interesting. I saw a bunch of these, like the older ones, that were getting really good money. This one here, like this Reese's one, 250 bucks or 500 bucks. Yeah, this has got that, I forget the brand name, but yeah, 104 bucks for this. I'm not Supreme, but it was like Supreme. Like Bathing Ape or something with this shark head thing. So look for Sprayground, and it's going to be gimmicky like this one. Looks like they do a lot of weird collabs. 100 bucks or so. And can we get a close-up of the tag for Sprayground? And we're almost done. Thanks for sticking around for the whole video. I'm trying to make shorter ones now. There it is. Sprayground, I'm sorry. I've been saying it wrong the whole time. It's Sprayground, and it looks like it's going to be a red tag or something with all caps Sprayground. Sorry, I can't get a better one than that. And now with a 43%, we're at e-bags. So here it's still $55 for a used bag. I'm okay with that. It'll take a little longer to sell, and it looks like it's a laptop bag. And keep in mind that these are, there it is, e-bags. So there's the e-bags logo, and they're pretty good. And then we have Nike. Okay, 39% sell-through rate. Of course, it's going to be huge. There's tons of things that are bad, tons of things that are good. Anytime it's Nike, it's really hard to get into the weeds with it because there's 1,000 model numbers. If it's a Nike bag, look it up. It might be good, it might be bad. It's hard to say. Osprey, this is one that I've actually sold a couple. They're everywhere, and they're like hydration packs, they're called. 37% sell-through rate. If you get the right model, you could get $35, $40. And if you find them new or in really good condition, you get up 89 or more. This is a great logo. It's easy to identify. Here you go. If you see that, look it up. You're not going to be rich from finding these, but if you find one in good condition, it should flip pretty quick if it's the right model. So like I said, not every one of these, when you get into the 50% and below, you're going to have to look up the model number. And the last one we're going to do is Patagonia, just because everybody knows Patagonia. Patagonia is only 36% sell-through, but remember, you got to look up the model numbers because there's so many different ones. Some of their stuff is going to be good, some of it's not. $50, 200, 35, 53, 120. If you find a Patagonia bag, look it up. That's all I can say. Some of them are good, some of them are not that great. So there you go. And the other thing I wanted to mention again, this thing here, there's a lot more of this stuff. Some of them are still pretty good, even though the sell-through rate's low. Some of them are worth money. It'll be in the next iteration of my spreadsheet, which is coming out fairly soon. I'm shooting for early to mid-July. If you want help finding out which brands are good, you can pick up my spreadsheet, link in the description. See you next time.